Welcome back, ICP Squad. My name is Victor, ICP Squad with ICP Squad. Today's video, we're going to cover how to make an internet identity. For those of you that don't know, an internet identity is a mechanism used by the internet computer to log into multiple websites. We've seen in the past that we log into websites using an email and a password, or a username and a password. This was Web 1.0, Web 2.0, and recently, even in Web 2.0, you see things like Google sign in or sign in using Facebook. Maybe sometimes you go to a shopping website or a website that you are new to and you sign in using your Google identity. An internet identity is very similar to that, except you're not giving your data to big tech and it's decentralized. Something we should all be looking to get into. If you like our content, remember to hit that like and subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All of those links are down below. Make sure to sign up to our newsletter at DefinityCommunity.com. So what an internet identity is, it's an identity that is tied to your device or multiple devices and then gets authenticated using that device's security features. For example, fingerprint scanner, iris scanner, face scanner, or a password. As always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. And guys, remember, we are giving away 3 ICP for the 3 best comments in the video. So write down below, what video would you like to see next? What do you think of this video? Will you share this video to your friends so they can make an internet identity and welcome them into the world of Web 3.0? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to make sure you have enabled is Windows Hello. Now, most new laptops or computers come with this enabled. If you are already logging in with your fingerprint or some sort of face scanner, that means you more than likely already have Windows Hello enabled. If you do not have this enabled, you will have to get it enabled, and I'll show you how. So all you have to do to get it enabled is click the Windows button down here and then type Windows Hello. Once you do that, you're gonna see this little key that says sign in options. This is where you will enable Windows Hello in case your computer doesn't have this. So if you have a computer that's older or maybe didn't come with this out of the box, maybe some of the build yourself or do it yourself computers might not have this enabled by default. So in order to do that, you can see this Windows Hello face, Windows Hello fingerprint, Windows Hello pin. Depending on your hardware, you are going to select the one that's best for you. For example, Windows Hello pin, and it's going to enable for you. You can click on the one that you choose to use and enable it. It's going to ask you for your fingerprint if you select fingerprint and you have the hardware for fingerprint, or the Face ID using your hardware for Face ID if your computer has a face camera. And Hello pin, this is going to be the most basic one. So if your computer neither has fingerprint scanner or a camera, you can just use Windows Hello pin and use that in order to have Windows Hello enabled. Once your Windows computer has Windows Hello enabled, you are going to go to identity.ic0.app. This is where you create your internet identity. If it's the first time using this, you are going to see this. Welcome to our internet identity. Provide an identity anchor to authenticate. This is where you would put your internet identity if you already had one. In our case, we are creating a new one. So you are going to click create an internet identity anchor. Device name. You can type whatever name for this device. I usually type like desktop computer. If it's my cell phone, I'll type that brand cell phone. So I know for myself which devices are enabled for this internet identity. In this one, I'm gonna put desktop computer test. It's asking me for my Windows Hello ID. Again, you should have enabled this by now, if not already by default. Once you do that, you may receive a CAPTCHA notice. In that case, just type in the CAPTCHA and simply wait for your new ID to be generated. Congratulations, that was it. You've created an internet identity. This number right here is your identity anchor. That's basically your internet identity number. You are going to store this number in case you want to, but I do recommend writing it down alongside your seed phrase. All right, now to the good part. Right here, you have 2 options to save your internet identity. Option number 1 is using a seed phrase. A seed phrase is a combination of words that you have to store in a very safe location location in order to access your internet identity. So for example, should you lose your device that is anchored to your internet identity, you can recover it using your seed phrase. Should you forget your PIN code or something like that, your fingerprint scanner ceases to work, you break your camera, anything like that, you can always use your seed phrase or security key to restore access to that account. A security key, this one is a small device called a YubiKey. I personally don't have one of these, but if you search on Google YubiKey, that's Y-U-B-I, you can purchase a YubiKey and use that instead of a seed phrase. In this tutorial, we are going to use a seed phrase. Right here in this text, this is a seed phrase. Now, although this is a tutorial account, I'm gonna blur out the seed phrase, but it's a combination of words that make your seed phrase. The seed phrase begins with your internet identity anchor. Now you have to store this in a very safe location. You can either do this by saving it on a piece of paper, which is what I recommend, or you can save it on a text pad on your computer. I do not recommend this because a lot of files sometimes go to your cloud storage. If you save it on your notepad on your iPhone or on your Android device, a lot of times those notepads get synced to the cloud, and at that point your seed phrase is basically at risk. So I always recommend writing it down on a piece of paper or multiple pieces of paper and storing it in a very safe location. So save this number. You can also copy it right here. In this example, because I am going to show you how to restore your account, I am going to save it on a notepad. However, I do not recommend saving it on a notepad. You click continue. And that's it. Congratulations. Now, if you sign into Entrepot, you can use your internet identity to trade NFTs. If you sign into the NNS to stake your ICP or use as a wallet, you can sign in using internet identity. You can sign in to discover social media using your internet identity. And you can sign into so many DApps and DApps that are going to exist in the future using this same login. So no longer do you need to save a bunch of passwords or use password managers or write passwords down everywhere. You simply use your internet identity and your device's security. For example, fingerprint scanner, face scanner, iris scanner, or PIN code. Whatever your device has, you can use it. So congratulations. Let's go to the next part of the video, which is how to restore your internet identity in case you lose access to it. All right, guys, as you can see, I've cleared out the internet identity from this browser. And now this is what it would look like if you lost access to your device. So let's say you lost your phone, you now have a new phone, you want to get back into your internet identity because you want to use Entrepot, the NNS, your staked ICP, all of your assets are on there. Now you're going to pull out your seed phrase that you stored in a safe location, and we're going to click this right here, lost access and want to recover. We're going to click that. We're going to enter the identity anchor. That is the first couple of digits that appear on your seed phrase. Again, in this example, I'm using a notepad because it's an example tutorial account. However, in real life, always keep this in the safest place. If you know about encryption and you have an encrypted notepad or something, maybe use that. I always tend to lean towards physical pen and paper and just store it in a very safe place, or have your internet identity in multiple devices that you know are kept safe. So I copy pasted the internet identity. Now it's asking me for the seed phrase. The seed phrase is the complete batch of text that you stored. If you have it on a piece of paper, simply type it down. In this example, since I did put it on a notepad, I am going to copy and paste it. So I've pasted the complete seed phrase on there, and we are going to click continue. Simply wait a little bit. There you go. You have access to your internet identity. Congratulations. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You now have an internet identity. Welcome to the world of Web 3.0. You can now use most social DApps, decentralized finance, among other DApps that may not even exist today. You now have access to all of them. So congratulations. Welcome to Web 3.0, and see you guys next time.